Hey guys, it's Brittany, and welcome to the Paranormal Dimension. And today I'll be sharing with you this paranormal experience that happened. What was it? I think maybe 3 years ago, around there. And when this happened, oh, I freaked out because it was just something that I was not expecting. And that's the thing, with the paranormal is that when no matter what we're doing, whether if it's like if we're working, like, or if we're busy doing something, even at home, and something happens out of nowhere, and it can be very startling. It could be, where, one of those things where we just turn around to see what it was that we heard, or see something and we're like, what was that? Or who was that? But yeah, something can happen where something can turn on and off, and that could also can get our attention too. So, okay, yeah, like I said, this was. I'm really trying to think, trying to remember. Uh, 2 years ago? Or was it three? It could have been, I would say it could have been 2 years ago. So that would mean back in, okay, so I'm thinking either this happened in 2021 or 2022, around there. So around there that, so this is what happened is that I was in my room. I was watching a movie, and what movie was it? Okay, I'm trying to think which movie it was because I have no idea. Because there was a movie I was watching, a Michael Douglas movie. I don't know if it was Romancing the Stone or was it Jewel of the Nile. Okay, let me look that up because I I have to look this up real quick because I know one of them had to do with something. I forgot what that was. That's only because it's when I saw it, it was just that one time that I saw it. So I haven't seen it, you know, since that one time. But yeah, so this is why I want to look it up so that way I could let you know what it was, what happened, because something happened where when I was watching the movie something happened, and I'm like, oh my gosh, what? Wait, what? Okay. Hang on. Um, this thing is giving me a hard time. I don't know why I didn't do anything. Okay. Okay, hang on a sec. Okay, so I couldn't find it, but I think it's in there. So, okay, so The Jewel of the Nile is the first one, and Romancing the Stone is part two. So, yeah, so I was watching The Jewel of the Nile for the first time, and so as I was watching it, so far I can see that it was going good, and I'm like, okay, this is a good movie, I like it. And but there was a part, I don't know what part it was, but there was a line that Michael Douglas said. Um, I can't remember exactly the line, but I do remember the I just remember only a little bit to what he said. So I'm trying to remember what it was he said. I think he said something. The only thing I remember what he said was El Diablo, which means the devil in Spanish. And so I think so this is what happened, and this is why I remember that, but only to that what he said, but I can't remember what he said before that. I think because I think the between the characters between him and Kathleen Turner, I think they were talking about something. I forgot what that was because again, this had been I only saw it the first time, so I don't remember what it was of what they were talking about. But at some point, he said something because I think they had a map, and I think he said something like the road of El Diablo, something like that. But now I don't remember to before when he said that, but I'm only trying to remember, but I don't know if it was that exactly or if it was something else. But this is where it gets scary. That the moment he said El Diablo, so after he said that, the TV turned off. So when it turned off, I freaked out, and yeah, I remember I was just like, oh my gosh, and yeah, I just had goosebumps, and I'm just like, and I remember after that I was just like, I was very still for a moment. I'm like, okay, what just happened here? Like he said that, and right when he said that, well, actually, it was right after he said that that the TV just turned off. And so I remember I thought, okay, what if I try to turn it back on? So I got my remote, and so when I tried turning it, with a power button on, just keep pressing it, it wouldn't turn on. And so I was just like, so then I thought, okay, maybe the batteries have died, and I thought, oh no, like my TV's completely out, and with this kind of TV, it's not like the TVs that were made before where you would have the buttons, on it where you turn it on, like with or without a remote. So I thought, oh no, like I can't get my TV to turn on, and so then I started to think like, oh no, how am I gonna watch TV? How am I gonna be able to watch movies on my TV? Cause somehow I was thinking maybe the battery died, but then but I thought, well, I don't know if it's that or not. So then I thought, okay, let me look at the TV because I don't know if it's the remote because you know the batteries were working fine, so I don't know how they would be working fine, and all of a sudden just for them to die off like that. So like I said, at this point I'm still freaked out that that had happened. So okay, I'm trying to think when this happened because when the TV turned off, I believe my room was dark because I like to watch movies when my room is dark because it just makes it feel like like my own room is my little personal movie theater, with the light off and everything. So when that happened, I freaked out. I got so scared and I just turned on the light because I don't like being in a dark room. I really don't, because to be in a really dark room with no light, yeah, I get terrified because there's just something about, complete darkness that just is so unsettling, just so unnerving, and just feels very terrifying. So yeah, I don't like being in the dark, so I immediately turn on the bedroom light. And so yeah, I'm just like feeling scared. I'm like, oh my gosh, like that just happened. And so when I tried to turn it on with the remote, it would not turn on. So I thought, oh no, what if the batteries die? So yeah, at this point I'm like, oh my gosh, how am I gonna turn on the TV now if the batteries died? But then I thought, I don't know, somehow I had this feeling that something was telling me, go check the TV. So I thought, okay, I'm gonna look at the TV because I don't know if it's the remote because it was working fine, and I don't think the batteries would just die off like that. And so it wasn't until when I walked towards my TV and I looked at the outlet, and because at this point I'm thinking that the TV was still plugged in, but when I had walked towards my TV and when I was looking to see if it was still plugged in, it wasn't. It was unplugged. So that's what happened. So I think there was a spirit in my room where the moment he said, well, right after he said El Diablo, that someone plugged, unplugged the TV. And so at first when the TV went off, I thought either, because at first I was thinking maybe it was the internet, maybe there's some issues and maybe somehow, or maybe it's just the power outage, that all of a sudden it just turned off, and maybe it's gonna take a while for it to turn back on, or you know that's what I thought too. But when I saw it was unplugged, yeah, I remember I was shocked, and then I'm like, what? It was unplugged? And then yeah, I was just like, I, how? How was it unplugged? Like, and I remember thinking, I did not even unplug the TV myself because I was sitting on my bed watching the movie, so there's a distance from the TV to the bed. So I thought, okay, there's no way I would have been able to do that unless if I was, Elastigirl from The Incredibles and my arms are stretching out and I were able to unplug it myself, but no. I mean, yes, I have long arms, but they don't stretch out that far, like Elastigirl, and of course, I feel like that would be physically impossible, to stretch out your arm, and it stretches even further, you know, but yeah, so seeing that, I thought, okay, I didn't do it. I was on my bed the whole time watching the movie, and like I said, there's a distance between the TV and the bed, and but yeah, I had a feeling like, okay, because there was nothing else here, because I don't think it was anything else either that could have been like leaning on the plug to have pulled it out, because there was nothing next to it that could have happened, and it's not like there was anything else next to it that could have maybe like pulled on it. So no, nothing. And so yeah, I had a feeling, okay, whoever unplugged the TV, they unplugged it after he said that, and and but yeah, it left me in a dark room, so I got even more scared, and I had to turn on my light, and so yeah, I thought, okay, whoever did this, it was something spiritual, it was paranormal, and and so yeah, I remember thinking, okay, I don't know, because what I'm thinking is that whether this was either a good or bad spirit. Now, let's say if it was bad, it could have been that they wanted me to be scared, especially because of what he said, and they just wanted me to feel even more scared. And the thing is, I'm already terrified enough when it comes to that, of the devil and demons. Because when it comes to the dark side of the paranormal, I'm already terrified of it as it is. So if someone was trying to make me even more scared, they did a good job because I was scared that day. But if let's say if it somehow was a good spirit and they unplugged it because knowing what he said and what it means in English, that maybe they unplugged it because it's like no, don't say that, don't say those words, no matter what language it is. So I don't know if it was maybe that, and maybe I don't know, but somehow I don't know what to think of it. I don't know if it was some if this was either a good spirit that had unplugged the TV or a bad spirit. I don't know, but I was scared after that happened. And yeah, I just remember I even got, chills, goosebumps, because I was just like, oh my gosh, like that just happened. So yeah, after that happened, I thought, I was still scared, of course, and I'm just like, so I even thought this too, and I was starting to get a little paranoid, but I thought, okay, I'm gonna plug the TV back in. But after I plug it in, excuse me, and watch the movie, continue watching it, I thought, is it gonna happen again? Like, in case if he says it in the movie again, is it gonna happen again, or what? But yeah, I thought, okay, I don't know, but I just hope I can able to watch the rest of the movie and the TV doesn't turn off, especially if no one else, spiritually unplugs the TV. So yeah, so after that, I did plug it in, and I thought, okay, I'm just, keep an eye out on things in case if anything happens. But yeah, after that, I was able to watch the movie, all the way up till the end, without the TV turning off, So yeah, I'm just glad that didn't happen again. But I'm just wondering why. Did it happen because someone was trying to scare me because of what it was to what he said? Or did it turn it off because it was more like, no, don't speak of it. Don't say those words. No. You know what I mean? Like, so I don't know whether it was either something good or something bad, but either way, I freaked out. I was scared, and I just felt uneasy that that had happened, and I was left in the dark for a moment when that happened, and I had to turn on the light quickly. So yeah, I did not like that. But yeah, let me know what you think of this. And so yeah, that was what happened. But I gotta say, ever since then, that was like the only time that happened where the TV just turned off like that. So yeah, it hasn't happened since. But I hope it doesn't happen again. Oh no. Especially like, okay, let's say if something scary is happening or whatever, or someone says something and the TV turns off the moment someone says something or the moment something scary happens, then yeah, I would be like, okay, is someone trying to scare me here? Or if not, what are you trying to do? Are you trying to make me not watch it or something? It I think depends. But with the movies, it's not a horror movie, it's a romance movie, so I just think it turned off only because to what he said. So it's like either something was trying to scare me or just maybe turned off because, it just didn't like to what he said. So it could have been either one, but I don't know what to really think of it. I have no idea. But hope you guys enjoyed this paranormal video. So yeah, comment down below if you have experienced that, if a TV has ever turned off its own no matter what you're watching, whether if it was something that a fictional character said, or if there was something going on and it turned off the moment it happened. So yeah, let me know if that's ever happened to you. Um, so I hope you enjoyed this video. So for more movie content, reaction streams, and the paranormal, subscribe and click on the bell so you be notified when I upload. That's all for today, and I'll see you at the movies.